Okay. All right. So welcome to Power Hour, everybody. For those people that just jumped on, I'm just going to recap on what we just discussed. My name's Sandra Santoro. For those of you that don't know me, welcome to our Power Hour. So tonight I thought that we would look at follow-ups. Follow-ups are absolutely crucial to this business. It's not just about making connections, sharing information, having conversations, sending them to a link, putting them in our group. You actually need to follow up with them, okay? And as we've been told, statistics have shown us that usually it takes between 7 and 12 visits with the person before they will actually say yes to you. So don't think that just if you've gone back once or twice that you don't go back and follow up again. And it may not mean that you will follow up in 2 weeks' time. It might mean that you might follow up in 6 weeks' time or in 3 months' time if that's the discussion that you've had with the person. So the fortune really is in the follow-up, and this is where I find that people that I've worked with in my team tend to not do as well. So I've really made it a priority for me to make sure that follow-up is something that I really focus on. So I felt that that was quite important to share with you tonight. And so what I did was I broke it down into 3 different sections of different types of follow-ups that I thought we could focus on tonight. So the first one is just simply following up with someone new that you've made a connection with and having a conversation with them. You're not talking anything about the products or the business until it comes up in your conversation. You may have just made a new friend and now you need to follow up with that conversation. So that's one kind of follow-up. The next kind of follow-up would be if you have sent them the link to activatemylife.net. You're going to go back and follow up with them about how did they go with the link, what did they like about it, do they have any questions, are they ready to get started? Okay, and the third type of follow-up is if you've added them to the group, Activate My Life Facebook group. You've got to check back in with them, see how they're going. Are they enjoying the group? Are they getting their questions and queries answered? Is there anything you can help them with? So I thought we'd break tonight's Power Hour up into those 3 sections and then work on each section at 15-minute intervals and come back and share how we were going and just focus on those 3 things separately. How does that sound to everybody? Does that sound a good way to attack? Okay, so let's all start with looking at who we've made connections with in the last 2 weeks. Okay, anyone that we've made connections with via Messenger on Facebook, on our mobile phones, old friends that we haven't chatted to for a while. We're going to go and follow up with these people purely just to start a conversation and see where that leads you. So we're going to spend the next 15 minutes doing that, and then we're going to come back and share how that went. Then we're going to break off into the second segment. Okay, so at any time, now I'm going to be working at the same time as you guys. Anytime you need a question answered or anything, just jump in and ask me a question or pop it in the chat, and I will help you where I can. All right, so go back to your notes or your lists or however it is that you manage it. I simply just use my Messenger and my phone as my way of I guess, recording who I've spoken to and where I want to go back to follow up. The thing with Messenger is it's really easy if you've got lots and lots of messages going and they get lost. So it's really good to take this time now to scroll through your messages and check and see if you actually have followed up with certain people that you've made new connections with. Okay? Because what happens is you'll send them a message, that message will then go all the way to the top, and then you have to scroll through again and find where you are up to. Okay, so let's focus on new connections and following up with those people for the next 15 minutes. All righty? All right, any questions before we start? Awesome, let's go. Okay, everybody, how did we go with that? So we just spent the last 15 minutes reconnecting with people. Did we get at least 5 done? Start some conversations. Yeah. Anyone got any questions? Nope. All good. Everyone's busy working. It's awesome. All right. So what I thought now is we could look at the next 15 minutes. Anyone that you've actually sent the website to, follow up with them on how they went, what did they like about it, do they have any questions for you? Okay, so, and if you don't have anyone that you've actually yet sent it to, maybe some of these connections that you've reconnected with might lead to that. Okay. The other thing you could focus on if you haven't got anyone in that category is anyone that you've added to the group, or even following up with your customers that you already have and seeing how they go, because that's part of your follow-up as well, staying connected with your current customers, okay, and making sure they're okay and do they need anything. All right, so we'll touch back in about 15 minutes and let's keep going. Okay, everyone, how are we going? I was getting carried away with my messages and my conversations. How's it going so far? Talk to me. Unmute, thumbs up, all good. In the chat, okay? Getting some traction, getting some people talking with you. Yeah. Anyone got to send a link to a new person or got them to come into the group? Not yet?
I
That's
have
okay.
sent out one, Sandra, but it's from a guy who I was actually talking to a couple of weeks ago as well.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and he just actually, it sounds a bit nerdy, but he actually messaged me this morning and he said, "Oh, because it's a guy in Ireland," and he said, "Oh, he said." I was talking to somebody in Ireland yesterday. Their name was James and Mary or whatever, who are on NRF 1 and 2, who are on your products. And I had a dream last night that I was on them. I was like, whatever floats your boat, I'll send you. He said, send me some more information. I was like, that's fine. So
that works. You got
dreams, whatever. I'm
yeah,
easy out for
I'm down
whatever.
for that.
Yeah, you just don't know.
That's it. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. New video sent. Excellent. Good, Ernest. Terrific. Good, good, good. Fantastic. So it's amazing when you actually sit down and do some really and focused work, how much you can actually get through. Like I have sent and connected with quite a few people tonight. So you don't need massive amounts of time if you just sit down and focus religiously, you know, for that solid hour. You can get a lot of work done. So this doesn't have to be an 8-hour, 6-hour task, okay? You can build this business doing that daily consistent action for an hour a day, as long as it's focused, non-distracted action, okay? Existing PCs followed up. Excellent. They are really important. Following up with your customers is just as important as following up with who you want to become customers or distributors, because that's the baseline of your business. Okay, you need to keep them, you know, happy, ordering, educated, and know that they can contact you at any time for any information. Okay, so that's just as important. All right, so make sure that actually we'll do that at the end. So the next bit we're going to work on now, and I know some of us might be chopping and changing, and that's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's okay, Ernest. Whatever works, that's fine. What we're going to focus on now is anyone that you've added to the group. Now, sometimes we add people, and I'm guilty of it, and I'm sure Una is too. You know, we add people to the group and then we forget about the people that we've added to the group because we get busy adding other people to the group. So go back and have a look at through your messages of who you might have added. Even go into, you know, Activate My Life and look at the members and see if anyone there is one of your people that you haven't connected with for a while, and see how they're going and reconnect. So Yasmin, I'll pop it in the post there, but basically what we send to them is the activatemylife.net, which is a tool that we all use. Probably Leah sent that to you. I would assume that Leah sent that to you. So that's what we send to everybody, okay, because it's got all the information about all the products, the PubMed reviews, anything they need is basically there. And if they require more information, then you can give it to them. But pretty much everything they need is there. But I'll pop it into the chat now for you. All right, let's go back and have a look at who we've added to the groups or to the group, and follow up with them.
Sandra, can I just say one thing,
Yeah.
just in regards to what Yasmin was saying? So Yasmin, exactly what Sandra has said, that's what we do send out to people. And as she said, if it's something more specific, like an athlete, you know, we have got our Team Activate YouTube channel as well. So, and all of those are up to date that we have, you know, like Michelle Lorenz last week about NRF1 and mitochondria. So there's lots of, you know, there's chiropractic ones there, cardiologist ones there. So if you're really looking for specifics with people, just look in there or send one of us a message and we'll find you something.
Yep.
Yeah,
thanks, Una.
I've been doing the website. I've been doing the website and just a couple of videos.
Yep.
Just
Perfect.
flyers.
Generally, we
that.
try not to send them too much unless they want more, because we don't want to overwhelm them, because sometimes if we send them too much, they kind of, go, oh, too much information, I don't have time to deal with that.
And I just do the Facebook invite and let them know to search there.
Yep.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so let's spend the next 10 to 15 minutes looking at the people that we've added to the group.
Sorry, can I just ask a question?
Sure, Margie.
Una was just saying if we want to find something more specific, I missed where we need to look.
If you go to the YouTube channel, Team Activate YouTube channel, we have specific videos on specific things.
Is it in YouTube or is it in Team Activate?
On our Team Activate YouTube channel. So
That's
if you search Team Activate on YouTube,
okay,
it will bring you up to that page and all the videos are there.
okay, thanks, love. Okay.
Yeah, even Life Vantage page has them. Like Darren Jensen does interviews with some of the doctors in our team. He's done a whole doctor series. So if you went to the Life Vantage, yeah, Life Vantage page, YouTube page, there's heaps there as well.
I'm not getting it. Am I searching YouTube or do I first go into Team Activate?
Go into YouTube.
I
Can't find it. Hang on, let me just have a look.
I went into YouTube, Team Activate.
Here you go. I'll put the link here in our group.
How am I going to find that now?
Go into the chat group.
Yeah, but I'm on my phone, so I can't actually transpose it, of course.
Oh, okay.
But just if you just put it in the thing, I'll get it afterwards. Don't worry.
Yep, it's in the chat there.
I won't be able to pick it
Or
up.
do you want? I can send it to you in Messenger. Does that work?
Please, darling.
Yep. For everybody else, I've put the YouTube channel link in the chat there if you want to have a look. All right, guys, if you've done that and you want to focus on following up with your customers, if you haven't yet done that, let's do that for the last 8 minutes or so. Ernest, I've answered your question in the chat. If you need more information, just let me know. All right, everybody, how did we go? Do we find that hour productive? Do we feel like we've achieved some good action there? Yeah, I do. I got a lot done. It was good. Excellent. So I think I've answered everybody's question. Yeah, no, so this won't replace the opportunity meeting, because the opportunity meeting is going to be at 7 and then this will be at 8. Okay, so don't forget, guys, also just a reminder, we are doing a big launch for August. Okay, so send prospects to you all the opportunity meetings. Check out the Team Activate distributor page. It has all the times and dates. I think it's Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, and all the leaders are going to be sharing, doing opportunity meetings about the products. They may be doing all of the products. They may be selecting 1 or 2 products to talk about. They will let you know and post up in the group. Yeah, so check that out and use it to your advantage this month to get as many people in front of it as you possibly can. Any questions about anything that we've done tonight? Awesome. Well done, everybody. Good job, and see you soon. Thanks. Bye.